as long as we're also celebrating our teachers, our classified staff, Asian American brothers and sisters, and there's also mental wellness. And so I want to read you this story because it's a very touching story about kindness and self-compassion when there's days when we might not be feeling our best. So hope you enjoy this story here tonight. Listening with my heart. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. Today was the class play, waiting for Mama to walk with her to school. She paced back and forth when she spotted a heart-shaped rock. Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she stepped outside. "I see you found a little treasure," said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. "Maybe it's a sign." "For what?" asked Mama. She thought about the class play later that afternoon, wondering what it would be like to put my heart into everything I do, she answered. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty shaking and shivering. No Mama in sight. She scooped the kitten onto her lap and cuddled her. "She's all alone. I think she's hungry." Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, pinched a piece of chicken and offered it to the kitty, and the kitty gobbled it up. "Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love. That's what we need to do when we listen with our hearts." "I think you're onto something," said Mama. At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than when she was on math or on reading. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Bao sitting alone on a bench. He was new in the school this week and didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely and scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. A smile spread across Bao's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, and then bounced it between his fingers and his head a few times. "Whoa, that dude's got moves," said Esperanza. They spent recess giggling and making up hand signals. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote "friend" in Vietnamese, drew a picture of Bao and her, and then put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel peaceful inside. Wow, she's really nice. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Bao to be in the play, but he stood as Miss Owen's side as a stagehand. Excitement bubbled as Esperanza awaited for her cue to do her part. Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as about to say her first line, and splattered across the stage. Oh no, she tripped. When she got up, she forgot her lines, so Miss Owens whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through her body and through her eyes, and she wished she could just disappear. Oh, that's so sad. She knew her lines, but she got so nervous she tripped and fell, and now she feels like everyone is staring at her. "I ruined the play," thought Esperanza, rushed off stage as soon as she finished her part. "I messed up in front of everyone." She tucked herself behind some props so that no one could see her. Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face still burning. She took a deep breath and tugged the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt disappointment. Bao found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the words "friend" written above it. Esperanza nodded. She hadn't been treating herself much like a friend. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she'd been unkind to herself. At the soccer game last weekend, she missed the ball that swooshed by her friend and they lost the game. "Nice work," a player from the other team yelled as they laughed at her. Esperanza thought she'd let her team down, and she felt like the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking those thoughts made her feel even worse. At the curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself that she didn't ruin the play. It was an accident, and accidents do happen to everyone. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness and love to others. It was also about giving love and kindness to herself too. I can be a friend to myself as well, thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she focused on her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike, then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got the hug that she needed from her mama and some cuddles from her cat, Cleopatra. And that's the story. Listening with your heart. Some days stink. Not everyone will go the way and everything will go the way you want it. You'll get upset. And when this happens, you have to pause, take a few deep breaths, and practice listening with your heart. You can name the feeling that you're feeling, and that's okay. You can listen to your body and notice what you're feeling and the sensations that you're having. And you can pay attention to your self-talk. After the word, are the words that you're using in your head supportive and understanding, or are they mean and rude? Are you being a good friend to yourself? When we treat it ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we give to someone else, we are practicing self-compassion. Oh, that's a really nice story. And it's so true. Sometimes in our head, we think things about ourselves and we don't love ourselves the way we love other people. So this is a great reminder that however you treat other people with kindness and love, you also need to treat yourself. And give yourself a break because we do make mistakes sometimes. Thanks so much for joining me here tonight. I'm Superintendent Galvan with the Greenfield School District, sending a great big bear hug from our family to yours.